Sound of a subtle fan whirring, then silence. Focus on a digital thermometer display. It reads 32 degrees Celsius per 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Pan slowly to a window where a damp towel is hanging, slightly swaying in a faint breeze. The room looks warm but not stifling yet. It's the peak of summer, and inside this room, the temperature is steadily climbing. You can feel that oppressive warmth in the air, a sign that relief is desperately needed. Most people would immediately reach for the air conditioning remote, bracing themselves for the inevitable shock of next month's electricity bill. But what if I told you there's a different way? A method so simple, so ancient, and so incredibly effective, it feels almost like magic. A way to cool your entire property without consuming a single watt of electricity, costing you practically nothing. Every summer, millions face the same dilemma: endure the sweltering heat or crank up the air conditioning and watch their utility bills skyrocket. Air conditioning is a modern marvel, yes, but it's also a great energy hog. Depending on where you live, cooling your home can easily cost hundreds of dollars every single month. And let's not forget the environmental impact of all that energy consumption. It's a vicious cycle of discomfort, expense, and often, guilt. Many of us just accept this as the unavoidable price of comfort during the warmer months, but that simply doesn't have to be the case anymore. Imagine dropping your indoor temperature by a significant 8 to 10 degrees Celsius, using absolutely zero electricity, and for a one-time investment of less than $3. Sound too good to be true? It's not. This isn't some futuristic tech or a complicated DIY project. It relies on a fundamental principle of physics that's been understood for centuries: evaporative cooling. We're going to harness this natural phenomenon, often seen in desert cultures, to transform your home into a refreshing oasis. And the best part? It's incredibly simple, effective, and accessible to everyone, regardless of their budget or technical skill. So, what exactly is evaporation? In simple terms, it's the process where a liquid, like water, changes into a gas, or water vapor. Think about a puddle after a rain shower. As the sun shines, the water slowly disappears, it evaporates. This isn't magic, it's physics. The water molecules gain enough energy from their surroundings to break free from the liquid state and float off into the air as a gas. This energy, crucially, comes from the heat in the environment. And this is where our cooling magic begins, because heat is what we're trying to get rid of in our homes. Now, here's the key. For water to change from a liquid to a gas, it needs energy. It doesn't just create this energy out of thin air, it absorbs it from its surroundings. This absorbed energy is heat. So, when water evaporates, it literally pulls heat out of the air around it. It's a bit like when you step out of a shower and feel a chill. That's the water evaporating from your skin and taking your body heat with it. This process is called latent heat of vaporization. The air passing through our wet towels will essentially donate its heat to the water molecules, making the air entering your room significantly cooler. So, how do we apply this incredible natural principle to cool our homes? It's surprisingly straightforward. We're going to hang a wet towel directly in front of an open window. As the warm outdoor air tries to enter your room, it will first have to pass through the damp fabric of the towel. As it does, the water molecules on the towel's surface will begin to evaporate. And remember what happens when water evaporates. It absorbs heat. The warm air donates its heat to the evaporating water, and the air that finally enters your room is significantly cooler and more refreshing. It's truly a passive, silent, and zero-energy air conditioner. Let's get practical. The first step in setting up your evaporative cooling system is gathering your incredibly simple tools. All you truly need is a plastic basin or a bucket, something that can hold water. The size isn't critical, but one that fits comfortably near your window and can submerge a towel is ideal. You can find basic plastic basins for around $3 at almost any general store or supermarket. Fill this basin with cold tap water. The colder the water, the more refreshing the initial cooling effect, though room temperature water will work just fine too, as the principle of evaporation is constant. Next, select some clean towels. Any absorbent towel will do: bath towels, beach towels, even old bedsheets cut to size. The more surface area, the better for evaporation. Completely submerge your towel in the basin of cold water. Make sure it's thoroughly saturated, soaking up as much water as possible. Once it's completely wet, gently wring out the excess water. You don't want it dripping uncontrollably, just damp. The goal is for the towel to be heavy with water, but not so saturated that it's constantly dripping water onto your floor or windowsill. A slightly damp towel provides optimal evaporation for effective cooling. With your damp towel ready, it's time to hang it. The ideal position is directly in front of an open window, maximizing exposure to the incoming warm air. You can drape it over a curtain rod, attach it to the top of the window frame with some clips, or even use a tension rod inside the window frame. Ensure that the towel hangs freely and isn't pressed flat against the glass, which would restrict airflow. You want air to easily pass through the fabric. If you have multiple windows in a room, treat each one to amplify the cooling effect, as we'll discuss shortly, for comprehensive home comfort. The evaporative cooling process will continue as long as your towel remains damp. As the water evaporates, the towel will gradually dry out. You'll notice the cooling effect diminish once the towel is mostly dry. This signals it's time for a refresh. Simply take down the towel, resubmerge it in your basin of cold water, wring it out again, and rehang it. Depending on the ambient temperature, humidity, and airflow, you might need to re-wet your towels every 2 to 4 hours. It's a small, quick task that ensures continuous, refreshing cool air throughout the day, maintaining that comfortable indoor environment you desire. Now, for the entire property aspect. While one wet towel provides localized cooling, treating multiple windows simultaneously amplifies the effect significantly, turning your whole house into a cool haven. Identify the windows that receive the most direct sunlight or those on the prevailing wind side of your house. These are your prime locations. By setting up wet towels at several entry points for warm air, you create a powerful, distributed evaporative cooling system. Each treated window acts as a mini cooling station, collectively dropping the temperature across all connected living spaces. It's truly a symphony of passive cooling for your entire home. Let's talk about that $3 figure. What exactly does that cover? It covers the one-time purchase of a basic plastic basin. That's it. If you already have a bucket, a tub, or even a large mixing bowl, your cost is literally zero. The towels are likely already in your linen closet, and the water comes from your tap. This isn't a recurring expense, it's an initial setup cost, and for many, it's an expense they don't even need to make. Compare this to the ongoing, escalating costs of traditional air conditioning, and the savings become truly astounding. Your only ongoing cost is the minimal time to re-wet the towels, which is a small price for so much comfort. Here's the stark contrast. Your neighbor, perhaps unaware of this simple hack, might be spending an average of $400 every single month on their air conditioning bill during the summer. That's for the electricity to power compressors, fans, and various electronic components. Our method, the wet towel evaporative cooler, costs a grand total of $0 in electricity. Not zero per month, but zero, period. It's a complete paradigm shift in how we approach cooling our homes. One relies on brute force energy consumption, the other, on intelligent use of natural physics. The choice, financially and environmentally, is crystal clear. The benefits extend far beyond just saving money. This passive cooling system uses absolutely no electricity, meaning it's completely silent. No hum of an outdoor unit, no noisy indoor fan, just the gentle whisper of cooler air. This also makes it incredibly eco-friendly, significantly reducing your carbon footprint. You're not contributing to peak energy demand during heat waves. Furthermore, it introduces a subtle amount of moisture into the air as it cools, which can be a welcome relief in dry climates, preventing that parched feeling often associated with conventional AC. It's truly a holistic and smart approach to home comfort. While evaporative cooling works everywhere, its efficiency is dramatically higher in dry climates. Think of places like the southwestern United States or inland regions with low humidity. In these environments, the air has a much greater capacity to absorb water vapor. This means the water from your towels will evaporate more quickly and absorb significantly more heat from the incoming air, resulting in a more pronounced temperature drop. If you live in a perpetually humid climate, the effect might be less dramatic, but still noticeable and better than nothing, as we will discuss in our next important point about humidity. Now, a quick but important nuance: humidity. In very humid environments, the air is already saturated with a lot of water vapor. This reduces its capacity to absorb more water vapor from your towels. Consequently, the rate of evaporation slows down, and the amount of heat absorbed will be less. The temperature drop won't be as significant as in a dry climate. However, even in humid conditions, some evaporation still occurs, providing at least a slight cooling effect. And crucially, it doesn't add excess humidity to your room as much as you might think, because the process removes heat first, making it feel less muggy. To get the most out of your evaporative cooling system, here are a few pro tips. First, consider the color of your towels. Lighter colors might reflect more heat when initially exposed to direct sun, but the cooling effect comes from evaporation, so color is less critical than dampness. Second, ensure good cross-ventilation. Open windows on opposite sides of your house to create a gentle breeze that moves the cooled air through your home. Third, if possible, use slightly warmer water for re-wetting if your climate is humid, as this encourages evaporation. And always make sure the towels are clean to avoid any stale odors, ensuring fresh air. The wet towel method is just one fantastic application of evaporative cooling. You can explore other simple, low-cost ways to enhance your cooling efforts. For instance, placing a shallow pan of water in front of a fan can create a similar, localized cooling breeze. Spritzing water onto porous surfaces like curtains or even outdoor patio misters also utilizes the same principle. The key is exposing water to warm, moving air. These methods can supplement your towel system, especially in specific rooms or outdoor areas where you need a quick refresh. Remember, smart passive design is all about working with nature, not constantly fighting against it. Let's quickly address a couple of common myths. Myth 1. This will make my house feel really humid. While evaporation adds some moisture, the primary effect is heat removal. It's not like running a humidifier. You're actually making the air feel cooler, often balancing out the perceived humidity. Myth 2. It's too much effort. Re-wetting a towel takes less than 30 seconds. Compared to the constant drain on your wallet from AC, it's a minimal effort for maximum gain. Myth 3. It can't cool a whole house. With strategic placement and consistent re-wetting, it absolutely can make a significant difference across multiple rooms, transforming your entire living space. By embracing this simple, ancient technology, you're not just saving money, you're reclaiming control over your indoor comfort. You're opting for a sustainable, quiet, and healthy way to beat the heat. This method empowers you to live more comfortably without relying on energy-intensive appliances or feeling the sting of exorbitant utility bills. It's a reminder that sometimes, the most effective solutions are the ones that are closest to nature, requiring little more than ingenuity and a basic understanding of our physical world. No fancy gadgets, just smart physics, and a wet towel to keep you cool and collected. So, this summer, before you automatically reach for that AC remote, grab a $3 basin and some towels. Experience the difference evaporative cooling can make in your home. Watch your thermometer drop, feel the refreshing breeze, and imagine the savings piling up, month after month. Share this video with your neighbors, especially the ones still paying those exorbitant $400 bills. Let's all stay cool, save money, and be kinder to our planet. It's a simple change that delivers powerful results. Give it a try, and you might just become a convert to this ingenious, age-old cooling method. Thanks for watching, and stay cool.